Let's talk about bias in surveys. Bias, as we know, represents systematic error to be contrasted with random error. Now, when talking about bias in surveys in particular, we talk about two general classes of bias. There is sampling bias and non-sampling bias. So sampling bias refers to bias that creeps in from the manner in which we sample, whereas all other types of bias are classified as non-sampling bias. So examples of sampling bias will be two major subcategories of bias. Here we have non-coverage bias and non-response bias. So non-coverage bias means that we sampled in a way that our sample does not capture everybody in our target population. And there is some systematic reasons for which certain individuals were not captured in the broader population. So that is non-coverage bias. That non-response bias means that of the individuals that were in our sampling frame that we reached out to, not everybody responded. And there were some systematic reasons for which some individuals did not respond. So those will be sampling biases, non-coverage bias and non-response bias. Now, when we talk about non-sampling biases, that includes things that have to do with not necessarily how we selected people, but how we designed our questionnaire. So a key source of non-sampling bias is measurement error. And this includes if, for example, if we created our questionnaires in a way that introduces bias or noise in the data, maybe that our instruments are said to be leading, that are pushing people to a certain answer, or if there are some language barriers which make the questions confusing for people, and so they cannot understand the questions, and therefore the answers they give us are inherently wrong. And so there are several ways we can take to mitigate some of those biases. So for example, let's go back to the sampling biases. We can try to mitigate non-coverage bias by trying to pull a representative sample of wherever it is we want to study. That addresses the issues of non-coverage bias. If we want to reduce the issue of non-response bias, we could, for example, offer incentives so that we increase participation rates in our study. For issues of non-sampling biases, we can also do a better job of, for example, translating our surveys into languages that people can understand. The good news is that all of these things that we've discussed are captured or provided by the Chisquares platform. So on the Chisquares platform, you are able to draw a representative sample for almost any country in the world. So either at the national level or at the state level, you can draw representative samples in just seconds. The platform also allows you to offer incentives to participants to increase response rates. You can translate your surveys into hundreds of languages such that people can then understand the contents of the survey and are able to provide accurate answers, thereby reducing the risk for misclassification or measurement error. So in this, various ways we've discussed, the Chisquares platform allows you to be able to conduct surveys that are more valid and reliable.